Hey YouTube, I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, professional tarot consultant, and author. And I have a big announcement. So bear with me, it's a little lengthy, but then we'll get into our Tarotscopes for the week and move on with stuff as normal. First, I need you to know that I have launched a Patreon campaign. This gives you the opportunity to support me monthly, and in return, you'll get some stuff from me. Different levels have different stuff. Some have, a free reading every year. What's happening is I need to make a living that I can depend on. I love working with people and I love reading, but it's an up and down market, right? You get a reading when you need one. I don't want you to come to me every day or every week. So that in itself kind of limits the readings. I write books, I sell books, I write decks, I do work for hire on most of my decks. So I don't actually make royalty on those decks. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the plunge. I've talked with a lot of people about this. I've done a lot of soul searching because it's a big change and I want to be real clear on what that change is. Starting August the 6th, that's a Sunday, it's 2 Sundays from now, the individual Tarotscopes will no longer be available without being a patron. Now, I've set it up as cheaply as I could. At the $5 level, you can get your sun sign. And that sun sign for $5, you're paying $1.25 a week to get a 3-card reading plus the oracle and your affirmation. If you move up to the $10, then you get the full Tarotscopes, all 12 of them. And each level up gives you more. Like at one level, you're going to get a mug from me. You're going to get tarot and tea from me at another level. So go check it out. It's Patreon, patreon.com/Arwen Lynch to check out the levels and see if it works for you. I know it won't work for everybody, and that's why I want to assure you, you'll still get this main video. I'm going to expand it so you'll get a 3-card reading for the group in the main video, and you'll still get your oracle and affirmation. So I completely understand. I know times are tough for a lot of us. It's why I'm doing this. And to be honest, part of it is I pay my own insurance because I am a sole proprietor, and it's really pricey even at the very lowest level. So I have needs, and I've just come to the conclusion and been told that I must do this. So I will thank you in advance for looking at my Patreon page, and thank you in advance if you are able to and choose to join the Joy Seekers Patrol in this manner. Now, you will still get reviews, interviews, all of those are still coming. I'll still do teaching videos. The only thing with teaching videos, they're going to be a month early for patrons at a certain level. That's the only difference. You'll still get them. So I don't want to seem like I'm taking things away from you. But I have to be an adult. Adulting is hard. And this is part of that. So I am changing the relationship that exists between you and me only. And that folks who choose to support me through Patreon get that little extra. They get their Tarotscopes. I am monetizing Tarotscopes. So I hope that you will check it out. Choose joy, y'all. Become a member. Now, let's look at our cards this week. We're using Lisa Robertson, who she's so much fun. We're using her Animal Totem Tarot. This is from Llewellyn. I believe it came out in 2015. And I really enjoy this deck. And we're going to do one of my favorite oracle cards. And that is Lynn from US Games did the book for this. And it is the Botanical Inspirations deck and book set. And it's just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And the box is one of my favorites of all the boxes they've ever done. It's a little lift-up box. And it just looks like a little writing or a stationary door table. What's door? Table. Not the same thing unless you've got a door on sawhorses. Then it's the same thing. So let's take a look at the oracle and the affirmation, and then I'm going to do the 3-card reading for the group. You still have your free Tarotscopes this week, so don't panic. I'm giving you 2 weeks notice. I'm trying really hard to give you plenty of notice. And if you can, you can, and I appreciate it. And if you can't, I totally get it, guys. Don't feel guilty if you can't. I really understand. Now, what are we going to get for the group's oracle card? And we get Bellflower, gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody Beatty. Beautiful. And our tribal affirmation, today I am grateful for my place in the world. Today I am grateful for my place in the world. Today I am grateful for my place in the world. Remember, 3 times 3. Say them out loud and look yourself in the mirror when you're doing it. Look yourself right in the eye. And yeah, I always say this. It still feels a little silly to me, and I do it a lot. So just keep doing it. Just power through that silly feeling. Sometimes it's our inner self going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get better. But affirmations are us retraining our brain, y'all. Now, Joy Patrol Tribe members, let's look at our 3-card reading for the whole group. And this will be just kind of a tone setting for the week and maybe a higher level. So, let's see what we get. And the first card is, this is really funny, and I'll tell you a story after I show it to you. It's the Galapagos tortoise. And it's the 9 of Pentacles. This is the card of the successful person. It says success is coming. It's a card of support and community and monetary goodness in our lives. So that's a good thing. Now, my funny story is that I went across the street to visit with one of my across the street neighbors this week. And she's been gone for a while. She's been taking care of an elderly relative. So she's gone like 5 months. And I was really happy to see her back. And we went in her backyard and she said, close the gate. We have turtles. I'm sorry, what? We have turtles. We have 13 box turtles back here. I didn't get to see any of them because it was the heat of the day. And, they do like to have their cool and moist weather. But it was really, really cool to realize that just across the street, I've got turtle lovers. Now, what's going to help us with this successful, feeling good about ourselves, feeling good about what we've done? The card of victory. That is the 6 of Wands, y'all. Look at that bee. That's a prize-winning bee, prize-winning flower. 6 of Wands is victory. This is a great combination. I mean, 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands makes me want to go, yay! Okay, wins for everybody, right? So good stuff. And focus on that. Focus on seeing the good stuff. That's a big piece of it. Sometimes we look at a pile of shit and think, ugh, it's a pile of shit. Well, shovel the right shit on your garden, and it's really good shit. How many times can I say shit? What's going to get in our way? The Ladybug and the Wheel of Fortune. Now that's really interesting. Get in the way, right? Because it talks about sometimes the wheel goes up and the wheel goes down. And sometimes we have to be ready to take advantage of the opportunity. We have to say, doing it. I'm taking advantage of this and not letting it pass us by. I often tell people the Wheel of Fortune is like the carousel or the merry-go-round. Did you know those are different things? True story. Look it up. But you get to a lot of them. I don't know if they still do it on the new ones, but in the latter days of the centuries, You had to reach to grab a brass ring, and that gave you the free ride. But it wasn't easy. You had to reach out. You had to stretch for it. So what's going to get in our way is not stretching for what we want, not taking that step out into the scary zone. So guys, success, victory, and make sure you stretch to get what you want. And you got it. Now, in the description box, I've got information on the Patreon and how to get there. And I've got all the links for your Tarotscopes. There's also a link for the sun, moon, and rising. And it tells you why you should watch your sun, moon, and rising videos and how to get that information free on the web. Seek joy, y'all. I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker. We'll talk next week.